Hi! Welcome to your next Pilates instalment. We're going to do it as a class again, and it'll probably be a little bit longer. Just see how you go. Okay, so for a change, we're going to start off in standing. In this position, start with your feet together, turn your toes out, turn your heels out. Your feet should pretty much be underneath your hip joints here. We're going to work on centering to start off with. So as you're standing here, I want you to imagine that your pelvis is a bucket of water. What I want you to do first off is you're going to tilt your pelvis forward as if you're tipping some water out of the front of the bucket. And you're going to go back to the middle and tip it out the back of your bucket, so you're really tucking underneath there. And then we're going to go back to the middle, tip out forwards, and I just want you to do this a couple of times. Just have a bit of a play around, see how your body's moving, see how it's feeling. And then I want you to come into the middle. So there's no water tipping out the front or the back. The top of the bucket of water is totally level. You've still got your headlights on the front of your hips here. They should be pointing directly forward. For me to hold this position, my knees are quite soft. Normally they'd want to be locked back like that, but I have to keep them quite soft, which makes me feel bent, but they're not. It also means that you should engage your glutes a little bit. In this position, I also want you to think about bringing your tummy button being pulled towards your spine. I don't want you to contract everything, but I want you to hold it maybe 30 to 50%. This will enable you to keep your bucket of water level. Ribs, again, you want them not to be flared, so if you're engaging your tummy, these should be pulled down a little bit. Shoulders nice and relaxed down, okay? To start off with, you're going to take a breath in. And as you exhale, you're going to bring your arms up to shoulder height. I want you to inhale here. And as you exhale, you're going to bring your arms up and out. So test, this one's for you because it makes you look like you're a big wine glass. You're going to inhale here, exhale it back down to here. Okay, so you're going to inhale, hold, exhale, up. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. And what I want you to do as you're doing this is you're only taking your shoulders as high as you can without needing to stick that chest out. So you're still maintaining that really good position here, but you're just taking your shoulders as far as you can. For you, you might have one shoulder that's better than the other. I would try and keep them level if you can, but just take them up as far as you can. Okay, we're going to do them a couple more times. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Okay, from here you're going to hold this position. Lovely, Lou. So you're going to bring your arms just so they're up above your head here. From here we're going to reach up. So you're going to inhale. As you exhale, you're going to take one hand, I'm doing my right, and I'm reaching up as high as I can. Inhale there, exhale back down. Inhale, exhale and reach. Inhale, exhale down. What you'll notice is as I reach my right arm, my hips are going to my left. And come back down. Inhale and vice versa. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. We're still working here to keep nice and flat. That bucket of water is still the same. We're not twisting anywhere. We're not tipping forwards. We're not tipping back. Ribs aren't flaring. We're still in a really nice position. And exhale one more. Inhale back down. Inhale there. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Okay. Next off, we're going to do a roll down. I'm going to turn side on so you can see what I'm doing. I think you've already been doing this one at home, but again, you want your feet about hip width apart. Nice stable core here. We're going to inhale, and as we exhale, you're going to bring your chin down to your chest, and then you're going to roll down, as the title of the exercise suggests. What I want you to really think about is engaging your bottom muscles so that instead of leaning backwards as you roll down, your legs should stay there. So you inhale, as you exhale, hands nice and relaxed down the front of you, and you're just uncurling your spine, bone by bone by bone. And what should happen is my legs are staying totally straight. Inhale at the bottom, exhale, and again, really squeeze those bottom muscles so that you're stacking one bone on top of the other. Okay? All I want you to do is to go as far as you comfortably can. So to start off with, you might only be rolling down at the top. That is absolutely fine. If that's all you can manage for today, Not a problem. We're going to do it a few times just to see if we can warm our backs up a little bit. So you inhale, exhale, chin to chest, and slowly roll all the way down as far as you can. That could be here. Inhale at the bottom and exhale and come back up again. I want you to do this in your own time. Don't worry about how many you're doing. We're just going to ease off that back a little bit. Inhale, exhale all the way down as far as you can. Nigel can go quite far, so don't worry about getting down to here. Okay? Just go as far as you comfortably can. And then come back up again. Okay, we can do that one more time. Just keep going for me. So really thinking about keeping those bottom muscles engaged, those legs are staying straight, so we're not sticking our bottom out, they're staying straight. And then come back up again. If you find that's quite challenging, practice it. You can always do it with your back against the wall, so you've got that feedback, so you're not pushing your bottom back. Really, really good one for activating your glutes and also for a bit of spinal mobility. Okay, next, we're going to come down onto the mat. So all you're going to do is come down onto your back. So we're going to do a little bit of revision of some of the exercises you already have been doing and we did in the last class. So you're going to set up in this position. By now you should know this position. Toes out, heels out, pelvis, good position. Headlights are pointing up to the ceiling. Probably a tiny gap underneath your back. Ribs aren't flared, shoulders away from your ears. Nice and relaxed, chin and jaw and everything. You're going to take a breath in, and as you breathe out, we're going to do one leg stretch. So just one leg, heel stays on the floor, and breathe it back in again. Okay? We want to really think about then do your opposite leg. I want you to make sure that we're not rocking in this pelvis at all. So we're just taking it nice and slow. We're trying to work with our breath if we can, just to get those legs working and going. Alternating sides. That's lovely. Keep going. One more on each side. Out. Making sure that our core is engaged a little bit, but it's not really, really tight. Okay, lovely. Hold this position. We're going to do our arms now. So you're going to inhale, exhale your arms, float them up to 90 degrees. So your hands are above your shoulders. You can inhale here. As you exhale, I want you to take your arms above your head as far as you can without your ribcage flaring. And you're going to inhale around and come back up again. So you exhale as far as you can, inhale all the way around and back up again. Exhale as far as you can, inhale all the way back up again. Hopefully you're starting to feel your core fire up a little bit more as you take your arms away and inhale back round again. So your contraction of your core is probably going to be a little bit more. If you can also think about pulling up your pelvic floor, that's really good. Really, really good for your core overall. So we're going to do a few more here. So we did these last week, so hopefully you know exactly what you're doing. As you're bringing your arms round, you should be able to see your hands in your peripheral vision. You might, because of your shoulders, actually only be able to do quite a small circle. That is absolutely fine. Okay, and then hold it there. So now we're going to do arms and legs at the same time. This is called double leg stretch level 1. And you know, we did this last week as well. So you're going to inhale to prepare. As you exhale, you're going to take your arms overhead, but also slide one leg away. And then inhale, breathe, arms and legs back in. And then you can do the opposite side. So you're going to exhale and inhale. Good. Exhale and inhale. So now we're working on coordination a little bit. We're challenging our core a little bit more. So you might feel your core starting to fire up a little bit more. Take it at your own pace. The idea is not to rush. I want really, really good quality of these movements. I want you to be nice and solid in your core, ribs staying nice and down as if you've got a bungee cord attached from the bottom of your ribs to your hips. Headlights stay pointing to the ceiling, there's no tipping there. Shoulders aren't coming up to your ears, they're staying away from your ears, so we're not hunching at our shoulders as well. Chin and jaw is nice and relaxed, and your neck is nice and relaxed. Okay, hold it there, bring your arms down. Okay, right. Next one, we're going to go into a bit of a sequence, which is to work your endurance a little bit. I'll give you ways that you can scale it down, but I'm hoping it's going to be a little bit harder. and should make you work a bit more. Okay, so just to start off with, we start in this position. We're going to do scissors level 1. So you're going to come up, take an inhale, and as you exhale, you're going to breathe your right leg into a tabletop position. So hips at 90 degrees, knees at 90 degrees. Okay? From here, you're just going to bring that leg back down. Exhale it down. Inhale, exhale, float one leg up. Inhale, exhale it down. Inhale, exhale. 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 Lovely. Core staying nice and tight. And then you're going to keep the right leg up. So that right leg's going to stay there. From this position, we're going to turn that light switch off as you exhale and then inhale that leg back in. We're going to exhale and inhale. Exhale. Point those toes. So we're focusing on the light switch to start off with. And we're coming back to 90 degrees. 2 more here for me. 1, 2, and then this time we're going to go lower, so we're going to aim for that plug socket. So our heel's not on the floor, we're floating it above the floor. Imagine we're turning off a plug socket switch. That's it. Exhaling as you take the leg away, inhaling that leg back in again. Exhale it away, inhale it back in again. Exhale it away, inhale it back in again. Do one more for me. Exhale away, inhale back in. We're going to keep that leg there. From here, let's bring your hands down by your side here, and we're going to do our hundreds. So all you're doing is like you're bouncing a ball on the floor, shoulders are away from ears. What I want you to think about, this leg's maybe getting a little bit tired now, but our core is staying nice and strong. And I want you to keep breathing. So really with hundreds, you breathe in for 5 and out for 5 of your hand pats, which is hard to do when you're talking at the same time. But if you imagine you're breathing in 2, 3, 4, 5, out 2, 3, 4, 5. And the idea is you do it for 100 counts. And I've no idea how many we've been doing. Okay, from here, bring your hands down by your side. This is where it gets a little tricky. This leg is still staying there. We're going to do hip twist level 3 from this position. So, knee pointing to the ceiling, toes pointing to the ceiling. If you're looking up towards your knee and your foot should be in line. They should stay in line throughout this exercise, because all we're going to do, keeping our headlights pointing to the ceiling, we're going to take that leg out to the side and bring it back in again. I can't go particularly far with my hips, and even if you're just going a tiny bit but it's throwing you off, that's fine. I want you to go as far as you can, making sure you keep your headlights pointing to the ceiling. If you notice that you're dipping and you're rolling a bit, then you're taking your leg too far. And your leg is moving as one. So I'm not twisting my hip, I'm moving it as one. Okay? Just do 2 more for me. Bring it back in. So again, exhale it away, inhale it back in again. Inhale here, and exhale, and bring your other leg into a tabletop. And we're going to do hundreds again, holding this position. So again, shoulders are staying away from our ears. I don't want you, if you're finding your back is arching, bring that leg back down again. But what we're aiming to is to challenge your core a little bit more. So keep patting that floor, keep breathing, keep those ribs nice and down so they're not flaring, your headlights are pointing to the ceiling, we're nice and engaged in our core. Okay, and then we're going to stop with our arms, we're going to inhale, we're going to exhale the right leg down, so the left leg is staying up. From here we're going to inhale, exhale that leg away, so we're going back to 1 leg stretch, level 1. At level 2, so we're turning off that light switch. Breathing that leg out and breathing it back in. So breathing it out and back in. Breathe it out and back in. Breathe it out and back in. Do 1 more, out and back in, and then we're going to go down to the plug socket. So you breathe out to that plug socket. Breathe it back in again. Out to that plug socket. Breathe it back in again. Keep going for me. We're going to do a few more. That's it. Turning that plug switch off. Okay, now we're going to hold it there. From here, again, we're going to do our hundreds in this position. So just patting that floor, inhaling for 5, exhaling for 5. Go as fast as slow as you like. Again, think about not hunching your shoulders up towards your ears. Core should stay nice and engaged. You might find that the leg that's up is getting a bit fatigued. That's a good thing. Okay, keep going there. Lovely. And then just rest for me. And then again, we're going to do hip twist level 3. So toes point up to the ceiling, knee and toes are in line. You're going to inhale, and as you exhale, take that leg away as far as you can. Inhale it back in again. Keep those headlights pointing up to the ceiling. So I'm hoping this leg's starting to get a little bit fatigued. That's it, keep going for me. This takes more control, it takes a lot more focus, so I want you to go nice and slow in your own time. Really think about not rocking that pelvis. Do 2 more for me, keeping those ribs down, core engaged. Last one. Inhale there, exhale it back down again. Okay, good. You can do another one in this position. So you're going to shake your legs off a little bit as you need to. And then you're going to inhale, you're going to exhale, float one leg up. Then you're going to inhale, and as you exhale, float the other leg up. We're going to do scissors level 3 here. So you're going to inhale, and you're going to tap one leg and bring it back up. Sorry, scissors level 2 this is. Okay. So what you're aiming to do here is, again, we're not rocking our pelvis, our core is nice and engaged, small of our back should be flat against the floor. You want to try and keep that 90-degree angle at your knee. If you find keeping that angle is too hard and to not rock at your pelvis, tap closer to your bottom. So we're still getting a bit of movement, but it's not quite as challenging. And then we can build up to dipping that toe. Okay, keep going. Keep the bottom of your back pressed into the floor. Keep that core engaged. Keep those ribs down. Shoulders away from ears. Neck nice and relaxed. So you exhale, leg down, inhale it back up. Exhale down, inhale it back up. Exhale down, inhale it back up. One more on each side. Exhale down, inhale. Exhale, inhale. Exhale one leg down, and then exhale the other one. Okay, now we're going to go into your shoulder bridge. So, set up as you would normally. We're just going to do a few curl up nice and slow, and then curl down. Nice and slow, really working on articulating that spine up, all the way. And then exhale all the way down. Really, really trying to tuck underneath there. Bottom should be really engaged to get that tuck in. Inhale here, exhale all the way back up again. Inhale and exhale. So again, go at your own pace. I don't want to rush you, but I want you really thinking about curling up and then curling down. If you need to take longer on the curl down, that is absolutely fine. Go at your own speed. Really, really working on that. And come down again. And then on your next one, I want you to stay with your hips up. So we're going to hold this bridge position. We're going to work a little bit on glutes and the endurance. So from here, we're going to do our hip twist level 1. And all you're going to do, headlights are staying pointing to that ceiling. You're going to inhale. As you exhale, you're going to take one knee out to the side and bring it back in. Exhale out to the side, bring it back in. Squeeze those glutes. So I can't go as far on my left, whereas my right goes a lot further. Feels like some restriction in my joint. Just go as far as you can. I don't want you dipping. You're just going out and then come back in and then roll back down. Okay, we're going to do that 2 more times. Okay, inhale, exhale, up. Really squeeze those bottom muscles. We're in a nice straight line here. You're going to inhale, exhale, one knee away. Inhale it back in. Exhale, one knee away. Inhale it back in. Exhale away. Inhale back in. Exhale away. Inhale back in. So you've done this exercise already, but with your bottom on the floor, so we're just challenging a little bit more. And then hold it there and exhale all the way down again. We're going to do that 1 more time. So we're going to inhale, and as you exhale, curl up for me. Inhale, exhale, one knee away, back in. Exhale away, inhale it back in. Exhale it away, inhale it back in. Exhale, inhale, 1 more on each side. Exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, and then curl all the way down. Okay, just stretch your legs out, take a moment. We're now going to go onto our side. So, rolling onto one side, we're going to set up for the clam. So, heels in line with your bottom, knees together. You can have a small pillow here, rest on your arm, whatever's easiest. Small gap underneath your waist, and your back is nice and flat. We're going to aim to keep that back nice and flat, core engaged. And all we're going to do is you're going to press your heels together and just lift that top knee as far as you can. Really think about just a squeeze at the end of range there, just to really try and get into the end of your range. Keeping your core engaged so that your back stays nice and flat. We're not rocking anywhere. It's as if we've got a pole through our hips here and they can't rock forwards and back. Keeping your heels together. That's lovely. Keep going. And you're going to do 2 more for me. 1 and 2. Lovely. Next one we're going to go into side kick level 1, which you did for me last week. So you're going to keep your top leg in this position and you're going to lift the whole thing up like that. We're going to imagine we're polishing the undersurface of a table. Again, I want you to really think about keeping your back nice and flat. Small hold there, core engaged. You're just going to bring it forwards and back. Nice and slow. You'll probably find there's a temptation when you go back to arch your back. Really think about squeezing those bottom muscles because we want to get those working. That's it. And then do 2 more for me. So I'm going to go 1 and 2. Okay, this time straighten that leg out. Same thing, but with a straight leg. This one there's more temptation. So you really have to work that core, work those bottom muscles. Hopefully we're starting to feel a bit of a burn. Keep going, work with that burn. If you're finding it's okay, you can bring in the toes, as you can see I'm doing. So as you go forward, you point your toes and then you drag back with your heel. Point your toes, drag back with your heel. Point your toes, drag back with your heel. If this is too hard, stick with bent knee. Entirely up to you. Okay? Forwards and back. And then rest that leg down. Okay. Last one, just to really work those glutes, you're going to come, so both legs are straight. You're in a bit of a banana shape. You can see your toes, so you're not in a total straight line. Again, small hole here, pull down our hips, so we're not going to rock forwards and back. And all you're going to do is just lift that top leg and hold it. I want you to hold it there. So we're not going up and down, we're holding. If you can hold that position, have your hand in front here so that you've got a bit of extra support and just draw really, really small circles forwards. That's it. And then I want you to go backwards. Now when you're doing this at home, you can do this for longer, but what I want you to get to a point is where you can feel that burn. So I can feel it now. Then go forwards. And then just to finish, really stretch that leg away as if someone's pulling your toes away from you. Really, really stretch it out. Really get that last bit of contraction there. And then exhale down. Lovely. We're going to swap onto the other side now. So, exactly the same thing on this side. Set up nicely for your clam. So we've got a small gap there. Hips are nice and stacked. Back's nice and flat. Core is engaged. And heels are together. And you're going to exhale that top knee away. And really think about just squeezing at the end of your range there. Just squeezing at the end of the range there. Don't want you rocking forwards or back. We're not collapsing here, we've still got a bit of a hole. That's it. Keep that top knee going up. And down. And up. And down. And up. And down. Do 2 more. Up. Down. 1 more. Okay, then we do side kick level 1. So we keep this top leg in this exact position and we lift the whole thing off. We're going to inhale, exhale it forwards, inhale it back, exhale. Again, nice and slow, imagining you're polishing the undersurface of a table. Your knee angle is staying exactly the same. Back staying nice and flat. Feel it working our glutes now. That's it. And then if you're finding that's alright, maybe a bit easy, straighten that leg out. So we've then got a straight leg going forwards and going back. Really making sure we're not arching that back. Do it nice and slowly in your own time. Lovely. Keep it going. So we're still polishing the undersurface of a table. Do 2 more. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, leg down. Whew. Okay, last one. Straighten your legs, both legs. We're in our little banana shape. I can see my toes. Got a gap underneath my waist here. Hand in front to support if needed. You're going to breathe in, and as you exhale, you're going to float that leg up. Only to about hip height, so we're not going high, we're just going to about hip height, and you're going to hold it there. And then if you feel able, we're going to draw some circles forwards. This is a really nice exercise for your glute medius, which tend to be a little bit misused. And then you're going to exhale back, especially in people who sit for a long time. Nige, I'm looking at you with all your driving. They tend to switch off a little bit. They're really important to help alleviate some of that knee pain you want to get. That's it. And then when you can feel that burn, just hold and stretch that leg away as if someone's pulling your toes really, really far, just to really get that burn. And relax it back down. Okay, just going to do 2 more exercises just to stretch you off a little bit. So roll back onto your back, one of our favourites. So set up in your crook lying position, but this time I want your feet together, knees together. They're going to stay zipped together the whole time. Arms out in a T shape. As you're going to inhale, as you exhale, you're going to bring both knees over to one side as far as you can. What I want you to do is your knees should stay glued together and one foot comes off the floor. And then exhale and back to the middle. Inhale, exhale. So you're rolling off your feet. Your legs are staying zipped together. Inhale, exhale. As you bring your knees back up, I want you to think about rotating round. So your spine's rotating a little bit. So I don't come flat back. I'm almost pulling back. So it's going across my back that's touching the floor, if that makes sense. It's hard to describe. And then I want you to pull back. Lovely. And pull back. Okay, this time just come right side lying again, and all you're going to do, this top arm, you're just going to exhale it out and inhale it back in again. Exhale out, inhale it back in again. Make sure your eyes are following your hand. Exhale out, inhale it back in again, and then one more on this side. Exhale out, inhale it back in again. Lovely. And then you're going to roll over, doing the same thing on the other side. So exhaling that arm away, following that hand with your eyes. Knees stay stacked. So we've got your upper back moving this time, so your hips should stay exactly where they are. They're not rotating. Imagine you've got a pole through your hips again. If you need, just think about pushing those hips forward. Makes that stretch a bit bigger. 2 more on this side. Inhale it back in, exhale it away, and inhale it back in. And there you go. That's your next class. So let me know, any feedback's good, whether you liked it, whether you didn't, whether it was too easy, whether it was too hard, whether you want more bits where, like in the middle where we sequenced it a little bit more so there was a bit more endurance. If that's good, let me know. Good luck. See you later.